All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, talking about real music and doing it in real time for people just like you right there and just like me. All right. Um, this here, I want to give this a plug. Terry Luttrell's REO Classics Band. Check it out. Recorded live at Shock City Studios last year. It's been a pretty big hit. It's selling. So get yourself a copy of this before they take the internet down. All right. So you have something to listen to before that. It's probably because of the tariffs that the internet will end. Because, tariffs are destroying everything. But this is really good. Terry Luttrell, a friend of mine. Seriously. No, he's not a friend of yours. You don't even know. Terry's a good guy, all right? And he's going to be there on June the 14th. I may have inadvertently said June the 13th, but it's June the 14th, honoring the legacy of REO Speedwagon. Who's going to be there? Neil Dowdy, Alan Gratzer, Bruce Hall, Terry Luttrell, Mike Murphy, and Steve Scorfina. Tickets are now on sale, June 14th at the State Farm Center. It's going to be great. So, you can get tickets for as low as $25. The high end is $185 plus fees. But this is for a good cause. So make sure that you're there if you want to honor the legacy of REO Speedwagon, made even more popular by my soap opera called As the REO Turns. And no, it's not an episode of As the REO Turns, but that music can be used for a number of different things. And in this particular episode, we're doing a version of As the Who Turns. What the heck is going on with the Who? Well, they fired Zach Starkey. And the reasoning here for firing the legendary son of the great Ringo Starr, you're probably not going to believe this, right? Based on the stories that I'm reading. But yes, this could be the first ever edition of As the Who Turns. Again, made possible by PJ Rock Super Chats, Buy Me a Coffee, Patreon, YouTube memberships, and just making sure that you're subscribed to this channel, which is much appreciated. So, yeah, the Rock Media is reporting this now. One of my patrons sent this story to me last night, and I read it, and I was like, what? So, here it is. The Who fires drummer Zach Starkey. Zach Starkey has been a touring member of the band for 29 years. Of course, the Who have not been touring every year, but still, since 1996, I've really enjoyed the drumming of Zach Starkey. I thought he was really good during that Super Bowl show back in 2010. The son of Ringo Starr was dismissed following reports of a dispute with singer Roger Daltrey. And look, before I get into this, right, I'm a big fan of Roger. I'm kind of a fan of Pete. I'm not as big of a fan of Pete Townsend because of some stuff that might have happened with Pete a number of years ago. But he's a really good guitarist. And Roger is a legendary singer. And he's 81 years old, and he can still kind of sing. So I give him a lot of credit. I'm pretty sure Roger is the one who wants to keep this band going. But you know what? Firing Zach Starkey does not look good. It says here, the band made a collective decision. So maybe Pete and Roger. And by the way, a number of years ago, Pete Townsend complained about the band's original rhythm section. Keith Moon and the late great John Entwistle, both of them late now because both of them are gone, playing rhythm somewhere else now. The band made a collective decision. So they're still not into this more experimental, call it a little improvised bass playing or drumming. I don't know who's playing bass for this. They better watch their P's and Q's on bass, because they could be next. It says here they have nothing but admiration for Zach and wish him the very best for his future. But we're kicking him out of the Who. Now, this is the reason, okay? I'm going to tell you what the reason is why Zach Starkey got his pink slip. Daltrey is said to have complained about Starkey overplaying during one of the Albert Hall shows, telling the crowd to sing that song. I do need to hear the key, and I can't. Okay, so he's yelling at the crowd. Can you guys sing this song? Because I can't find the key. And then he says, all I've got is drums going boom, boom, boom. Okay, typically that's what drums do, Roger. They go boom, boom, boom. He says, I can't sing to that. I'm sorry, guys. So he lost his place, and the drums were driving him crazy. And look, these guys are older. Roger is 81. Pete Townsend is 79. I imagine they made the decision together, even though I know they don't see eye to eye on many issues today. But apparently, they couldn't take Zach Starkey anymore. Starkey, who is 59 years old. Of course, Ringo is, 84? So that makes total sense. Has drummed for The Who since their 1996 return to action. He wrote a hint-laden post on social media on April 13th, which read in part, heard today that Roger Daltrey, lead singer and principal songwriter of the group. No, he's actually not the principal songwriter of the group. Actually, that would be Pete Townsend. But anyway, is unhappy with Zach the drummer's performance, bringing formal charges of overplaying, and is literally going to Zach the drummer. So if he wrote that about himself on social media, at least he has a sense of humor. He's a bit like his dad. Some reports suggested that Starkey's playing style had changed. Now get this. This is an interesting wrinkle in the story, which could have been a video all by itself. Some reports suggested that Starkey's playing style had changed after developing a blood clot in his leg in January. Dave, don't do it, man. Don't go down this crazy road, this conspiracy theory road. Was it like 90% of the UK did the protocols or whatever you want to call it? Because that was the right thing to do, right? Everyone was doing it. So we don't know what caused the blood clot, Dave. Shut up. Okay, I'm shutting up. Anyway, they say his playing style changed after he had the blood clot, which forced him to cancel an appearance with the band Mantra of the Cosmos. So there you go. So you had blood clots. You had boom, boom, boom. And he's no longer in the Who. So to me, this kind of sounds like a soap opera here. I mean, remember Pete Townsend had some pretty critical things to say about John Entwistle and Keith Moon. Thank God they're not in the band anymore, because we couldn't deal with that. Well, apparently Zach was behaving a little too much like Keith Moon, and now he's no longer a part of the Who. So there you have it. As the Who turns, brought to you by this amazing music in the background, PJ Rock Super Chats, Buy Me a Coffee, and folks, let's not forget about Terry Luttrell and this great album here, REO Classics Live, and this is going to be a fantastic show on June the 14th. I'll put a link in the description of this video, so if you want to buy tickets, you just click on the link and it'll take you right there, honoring the legacy of REO Speedwagon, made even more popular by my series As the REO Turns. Thanks for watching, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you soon.